Welcome to Mat Pilates. Today we'll be using either a squishy ball, like one of those small beach balls, or a pillow folded in half from your bed. And then we'll need gliders of some kind for the floor. So if you have hardwood floor, we're using mostly our feet to slide, so I just have socks on. Also 2 washcloths work. And then if you have carpet, you could use 2 paper plates. Okay, let's get started. So we'll begin by placing your squishy ball or your pillow. Like I have a bed pillow for my room, and I'm gonna fold it in half and put it between my ankles, like so. And then I'm gonna come off of my mat. So you want your feet to be hip distance apart with your pillow or ball between your ankles. And then from here, we're gonna inhale to reach our arms overhead and look up, stretch up. And then exhale, chin to chest, micro bend your knees and start to roll down. And then bend your knees a lot and roll up, stack 1 vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. On your inhale, reach your hands out to the sides, reach up, look up, and then exhale, chin to chest and roll down. Bend your knees substantially, like you're sitting in a chair, and then stack 1 vertebra at a time as you come all the way up, and we'll do that a couple more times. Big breath in, big breath out. And then last one. Bend the knees a lot and roll up. Straighten your legs, hug the ball or the pillow, lift your heels, come to a releve, keep squeezing in, and then inhale, reach your hands up, look up, exhale, chin to chest, micro bend your knees, and start to roll down. Good, and then can you keep the heels lifted as you roll all the way up? I know it's hard. Inhale, reach the hands high, look up. And then exhale, chin to chest, slowly start to roll down. Should be maybe a little wobbly, and then roll up, keeping the heels lifted. And we'll try that 2 more times. Inhale. Chin to chest as you exhale, and roll down. And then roll up. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, roll down. Good, then drop the heels and allow your torso to hang over your legs. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Good, and then we'll walk out to plank. You can set the pillow or the ball out of the way. And in plank, spread your fingers wide. Pull pubic bone towards your low ribs. Lengthen your tailbone between your heels. Energize your legs. And then press and lift out of your shoulders. And then take your feet to the bottom of your mat, so the toes are on the mat. Press your hips high, and feet will go as wide as your mat here. So you're in a short downward facing dog. And you'll take your right hand to the outside of your left ankle, and then twist your torso. Pull your right shoulder through that little A-frame. Take a few breaths here. And then release your right hand back. And take your left hand to the outside of your right ankle. Start to twist. And unwind. You'll keep your feet on the end of the mat and bring your feet about hip distance apart. Then walk your hands forward and maybe they come off the mat. And you're in a plank pose. Zip up through the core. Inhale, lengthen out. On your exhale, press into down dog. Reach your right hand past the outer left ankle. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, take left hand to the outer right ankle. Inhale, forward. Exhale, twist. Inhale, forward. And exhale, twist. Going at your own speed. And trying to follow your breath rhythm. Think about keeping the legs really energetic. Little abdomen pulled in and up. And we'll do 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Come back, drop your knees, and then bring your hands onto your mat. Make sure that you have space behind you. And then from here, we're going to come to our forearms. Bring the elbows directly under your shoulders. And then interlace your fingers. With elbows directly under your shoulders, press down into the floor to lift out of your shoulders. And then tuck the toes. And toes are on the ground, not on the mat. Zip up through the core, lengthen the tailbone back. And then on your next exhale, hover the knees away from the ground. Inhale to drop them. Exhale, lift and hover. Inhale to release. Exhale, lift. Good. Only lifting about 1 inch away from the mat. And we have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the knees hovered. Slide your right foot back, and then lift your right leg up. Lower the right foot down, and slide it in. Left knee is still hovered. Slide right foot back. Lift it in line with your body. Lower the foot, and bring it in. 3 more like that for 3. And 2. And 1. Left side. Left foot slides. Lift. Lower. Bring it in. For 4. And 3. 2. 1. Bring it in, both feet slide back. Bring them in. For 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring them in. Walk up to your hands. Stack your hips over your knees and then walk your hands forward into puppy pose. Let your forehead rest down. And then if you want to intensify this, tense your fingers, lift your palms, and activate the arms. Wrap the shoulders down towards the ground. And bring the hands underneath your shoulders into quadruped or all fours. And shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, knees are separated, hip distance apart. Go ahead and flex your right ankle and then hover the right knee away from the ground. Pull the abdominals in, hug the shoulder blades down the back, and lengthen the neck out of your shoulders. Fire hydrant to the right. Lift your right knee out to the side and then lower to a hover. Lift right knee out and lower. Try to keep the pelvis as stable as possible as you're doing these. For 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back in. Then lift the fire hydrant. Kick your leg out. Bend the knee and lower. Fire hydrant. Kick out. Bend knee and lower. 8 more. Try not to sink into the shoulders. Lift out of the shoulder joint. We have 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Extend out, tap down, lift up, tap, lift. For 8, 7, foot flexed, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring the knee back in. And we'll switch to the left side. Just beginning with fire hydrant. Flex the left foot. Hover the left knee away from the ground. Zip up through the core and lift out to the side and lower. For 9 and 8, 7, 6, and 5. Long spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. We add a kick, lift, extend, bend, and hover. 9, 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And lift, extend. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring the knee in. Come onto your seat. Take the feet together, knees wide. Then take butterfly, stretch it forward, round down. And then walk yourself up. Take your ball between your knees or your pillow, whatever you have. And then take your sits bones to the top of your mat. We're gonna squeeze the pillow or the ball. Take your hands behind your thighs. On your inhale, lift and lengthen up. On your exhale, contract into your C curve and round, pull into your legs to get the stretch in the back body. And then inhale, lengthen all the way up. Head reaches out of your shoulders. And exhale, contract, round, go an inch lower. And then inhale to come all the way up. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you dive back. Knit the abdominals in. And come all the way back up. Last one. Inhale, long spine. Reach the arms by your ears. Palms flip in. On your sits bones, long spine. And pulse the hands, arms back, without sticking the rib cage forward. So we're working the upper back muscles, squeezing the shoulder blades back, reaching the arms back, long spine. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep squeezing your object. Reach the hands forward. Contract down into a C curve. And then let your right shoulder blade come down to the ground. Keep your knees bent. Squeeze your block or your ball. And then reach the arms overhead. Go to the left. Reach the hands to the left. Roll all the way up. And then hands go back over to the right. Roll down. Right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, reach to the left, roll up. So we're going in this circular movement, right to left. And noticing any imbalances, one side to the other. Keep squeezing your knees together. Good, we've got 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then we'll turn, reach our hands to the left, lower down, left shoulder down, reach hands overhead, right shoulder down, reach to the right, lift up. And continue going in that direction, left to right. For 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And stay in your C curve. Navel to spine, reach the hands forward. Lower an inch. And lower. And lower. Lift an inch. Lift an inch. Lift an inch. Go back. Lower an inch. And lower. Lower. And lift an inch. Lift. And lift. Good, a couple more of those. Lower. And lower. And lower. Lift. And lift. And lift. One more time. Lower. And lower. And lower. And lift. And lift. And lift. Hands behind your legs. Inhale, lengthen your sternum up, look up. Exhale, slowly lower down all the way to your back. So once you're down, your entire spine should be on your mat, including your head. And we'll take the ball or the pillow right under the low shoulder blades. So at the base of the shoulder blades, maybe even a little lower depending on your object. And then take the feet hip distance apart. Allow your head to rest back. You can reach your arms overhead to stretch out the upper body and the chest. And then take your hands and release your fingers behind your head. And find spinal extension. Chest is flaring up to start. Inhale here. Exhale into spinal flexion. Lift your head and shoulders. Inhale to drape over. And exhale to lift up. Inhale and exhale. 12 more like that. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you go into spinal flexion, flex your right ankle, slide it out. Exhale, drag the heel in as you lift up. Inhale, send the leg out, spinal extension. Exhale, drag heel in as you lift into spinal flexion. And out, big breath in, exhale in. For 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now extend the leg out, go into spinal extension, drape your head. And then as you exhale, lift your head, lift your leg straight up to a 90 degree. You can keep a micro bend in your knee, and then lower, extension, and then drag in, flexion. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, drag it in. For 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good. Extend the leg out. This time as you lift the leg to a 90 degree, you're going to twist left elbow to right knee, and then lower and tap, go into spinal extension, and then lift and twist, and lower, and twist, and lower. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide the right knee in, and we start the other side. So, extend the left leg out. Exhale, drag the heel in, bring the knee in, and lift up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift. For 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. extend, and lift to 90, and lower, drag it in, extend, lift to 90, lower, and in. Remember, you can keep a micro bend in the left knee for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, now extend the leg out, lift to 90, twist, and lower, extend, and twist, extend. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower, extend, or bring it, the foot in. Good. All right. So take a quick stretch here. Take arms overhead. Stretch the legs out. Lengthen through the front of your hips. Good. And then bring the knees into a bend. Hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers. And then inhale. Let your head melt over the object. Extend both legs out, flex both ankles. Heels are really touching, digging into the ground. As you exhale, both knees come in, you lift up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift. Out. Now we'll add a twist. Twist to the right and center. Twist to the left and center. Twist and twist. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Extend the legs out, find spinal extension. Exhale, contract, lift both legs up. You can also bend your knees if that's too much, and then drop them down. And if they're bent, then you can straighten out and then drag them in. Extend, lift up, and lower. Drag them in, extend out. Once again, feel free to bend your knees if that's too much. Four, 7, and 6, last 5, and 4, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and extend your legs, extend your arms overhead. Good. And come up to your seat. Take your legs wide into a V. Take your ball or pillow between your low legs. And if you have a pillow like me, then you're going to use the hardwood floor to really press the pillow away, or the ball, you can roll it, and then grab the outside of the pillow if you have that, and roll all the way up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin to chest. Press and reach it forward past your feet. And then stack one vertebra at a time as you lift all the way up. Navel to spine the entire time. We'll do 3 more. For 2. And 1. Good. We'll come to a side lying position. And we'll take the ball or the pillow between our ankles. Both legs are stretched out. Bottom arm is stretched out. And then top arm is going to come, your hand can come in front and tent in front of you for a little extra support here. And then point your toes, stack your hips, stack your shoulders, rest your head onto your bottom arm. Find your core engagement as if you were in side plank. Pubic bone up towards the low ribs, lengthen the tailbone back and down. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, lift your bottom arm up and legs up. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Good. Down and up. Down and up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up, lifted. Maybe take your top hand by your ear. Try to balance here. If that's too much, you can take the hand down again. Now squeeze the legs together for 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 22, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Rest. Good. Now take the object off to the side and just bring your ankles together. On your next inhale, lengthen through the spine. And on the exhale, lift everything up and begin to walk your feet forward and back. So legs are completely lifted, bottom arm is lifted. You're just walking, pointing your feet, keeping the core zipped up. Keep breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Good. Bring your bottom forearm down, and then extend your legs out. Hug the inner thighs together. You're really going to press into your bottom hand here, and as you do, reach top hand overhead, big stretch. Good. Now activate the core, pull the low ribs in. Press into your hand, lift into a modified teaser, then roll back onto your right hip and reach the hand overhead. Exhale, contract the core, lift long spine, up, 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 and then back to your hip, reach hand overhead. Exhale, lift, lower, and reach. For 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1, then roll all the way to a prone position onto your front side. Find your pillow or your ball. Bring it in front of you. And then stack your hands on top of one another and separate your legs hip distance apart. Press pubic bone into the ground. Engage the core a lot. On your inhale, press into your object. Lift your upper body. Maybe the ball rolls closer to you. The pillow you can pull in. And then as you lower, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press the ball away, lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. For 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Now, if your pillow is really heavy like mine, you don't have to do this. But if you have a ball or a light pillow, you're going to lift up on your inhale, take it into your right hand, reach it by your right hip and follow it with your gaze. Bring it around and lower. Same side. Inhale, lift up. Lift your right hand with object and reach it by your hip. Look over your hand. Come forward and lower. 8 more like that with rotation. And side and reach and lower. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Other side in. Inhale. Reach left back and forward and lower and lift. Reach back. Stretch forward and lower for 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And hands on your shoulders. Bring your knees to touch. And then hips to heels. Walk the hands forward into a child's pose. Rest your forehead down. And breathe into the low back. And we'll come to the other side. Take your pillow or ball between your ankles. Extend your bottom arm out. Take your top hand and tint the fingers in front of your body. Point the toes, squeeze your object, pull the core in. Good, now lift bottom arm up, legs up, and lower. And exhale to lift. Inhale down for 8. And 7. 6. 5. and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Pull the core even more deep into the body. We have 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Remove your object from your feet and hug the ankles together. Inhale, lift everything up and walk. Walk, walk, walk. Core strong. Five, four, three, two, one. Good job. Press your bottom forearm down. And then extend your legs out. Reach your top arm overhead. Pull the low ribs in. Roll to your sits bones. Lift into a modified teaser. Reach arm overhead as you roll to your left hip. And lift up and lower. Reach overhead for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Nice job. Let's come to quadruped. And we're going to finish with this variation of cardio by extending the right leg out and lifting it up in line with your body. Take the heels of your hands under your shoulders, pull the low belly in, and then drop your forearms down and lift up. So tricep push up with the leg lifted down and up. And lower, hug the elbows into the sides, lift up. Try to keep the low ribs integrated in. Good, 5 more on this side for 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1, and right knee in, left leg extends back, lift it up, low core in and up, and tricep push up, press up, down, and lift. 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Both knees down. Come onto your back. Bring both knees into your chest. Good, and then drop the knees over to the right. Stack left hip over right. And work your right shoulder blade down to the ground. Left shoulder blade down. And if it feels okay, look over your left fingertips. And then bring your knees through center. Drop them over to the left. Stack right hip over left. Both shoulders down. Extend both arms out. And then look over your right fingers. And then come through center. Take happy baby. So Feet go into the hands, bend the knees out to the sides, rock right to left, opening through the hips. The inner leg line, feel free to stretch one leg out at a time. And then bring your knees towards one another, hands behind your legs. Rock and roll along the length of your spine several times. And then on the last one, we'll drop the feet, lift the hips, come into a forward fold. Take the feet hip distance apart. Take opposite elbows into hands, gentle sway right to left. And then release the hands and roll up. Stack one vertebra at a time. And when you get to the top, big shoulder roll up, back, and down. A couple more times like that. And then feet hip distance apart, lift and spread the toes. Ground into all four corners of your feet, bend your knees, and then lower the toes. Inhale, reach up, lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. And close the eyes here. And think of the energy that you would like to bring into your day. Simple word or phrase, maybe a mantra. Take a deep breath into that thought. And deep breath out. And thank you. Thank you guys for coming today.